up on the Rockbridge Report breaking news from Buena Vista this evening, a heavy police presence in the city with a possible home invasion and multiple suspects involved. And all 5 former police officers were formally charged today in the Memphis police brutality case. We'll bring you the latest on what charges they're facing. Temperatures on the move. We'll have a weekend forecast you can warm up to. And wildlife experts got a fun surprise this morning. Find out what they saw. All this and more coming up now on the Rockbridge Report.
Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University with news from Rockbridge County, this is the Rockbridge Report.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Vivek Kumar.
And I'm Bree Hatch. Police warned residents in the area of 4th Street and Linden Avenue in Buena Vista to shelter in place. Officers are searching for a suspect for a possible home invasion. Ned Newton is live in Buena Vista with more. Ned, what have you found out?
I'm here on the intersection between West 4th Street and Sycamore Avenue, where behind me, police have searched and are now towing a gray convertible they believe to have been brought here by one of the suspects. Police have just detained the final suspect, who had been missing for over 5 hours. Just before 11 a.m. this morning, police get a call that 3 men broke into a home in this neighborhood. Interim Chief of Police David Clements suspects petty larceny. The suspects fled, but 2 were apprehended not far from the scene. Reporting live in Buena Vista for the Rockbridge Report, I'm Ned Newton.
5 former Memphis police officers face second-degree murder charges in connection with the death of Tyree Nichols. The officers are Emmett Martin III, Justin Smith, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Desmond Mills. They're also charged with assault, kidnapping, and other offenses. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy said videos of Nichols' arrest will be released tomorrow after 7 p.m. Nichols' family has already viewed the footage and said it shows the officers beating him like a, quote, human piñata. The 29-year-old died at the hospital 3 days after his January 7th arrest. The department says the officers were fired for violating policies on excessive force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid. Mulroy says other charges could be filed.
Buena Vista Mayor Billy Fitzgerald says he'll not run for re-election in 2023. Instead, he'll support Councilman Tyson Cooper, who has been on the City Council since 2017. Fitzgerald is serving his 3rd term as mayor. He started his 3rd term after winning an uncontested race in 2019 and 2021. Visit our website at rockbridgereport.wlu.edu to read Jack Hunter's full story. Virginia Senate Democrats defeated several bills today that would have restricted abortion access in the state. The Democrats voted against a proposed 15-week ban with exceptions, which was a priority for Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin. The lawyer for Newport News teacher Abby Zwerner says the shooting of her client earlier this month was entirely preventable. One of Zwerner's first-grade students shot her in a classroom in a Richmond elementary school. Attorney Toscano said school teachers ignored multiple warning signs that the child had a gun. Angela Bohon reports.
This tragedy was entirely preventable if the school administrators responsible for school safety had done their part and taken action when they had knowledge of imminent danger.
Abby Zwerner's attorney, Diane Toscano, announced they intend to file a lawsuit against Newport News school administrators. She revealed specific behaviors that she claims administrators ignored. Based on the legal team's investigation, Toscano says at about 11:15 that morning, Abby Zwerner told administrators that the 6-year-old had threatened to beat up another student. A little more than an hour later, the attorney says a different teacher reported that she searched the boy's backpack and believed he actually had a gun in his pocket before going to recess. Approximately a half hour after that, she said a 3rd teacher got involved, reporting that a student told her he saw his classmate with a gun and the boy even threatened to shoot him if he told anybody.
Did administrators call the police? No. Did administrators lock down the school? No.
She added that a 4th employee asked administrators for permission to search the boy, but was denied.
He was told to wait the situation out because the school day was almost over. Let that sink in.
The information that was put out today is very alarming and very damaging.
Mark Anthony Garcia's son was in the building when the first grader shot Zwerner.
He heard everything.
Garcia says he's willing to pitch in and help where needed, and that his son is, quote, an eager beaver and is excited to get back to school next week.
They haven't even got a chance to really tell everybody what they got for Christmas yet. This is a really difficult situation.
Last night, in a heated school board meeting, Newport News School Board voted 5-1 to remove Superintendent George Parker. The assistant principal of Richneck Elementary School resigned.
Russia stepped up firing missiles deep into Ukraine just hours after the U.S. and Germany announced plans to deliver top-of-the-line battle tanks to the Ukrainian army. President Biden announced he is approving a shipment of Abrams tanks to Ukraine in a notable shift in approach and military tactics. The decision is a reversal of the administration's long-standing resistance to requests from Kyiv for the tanks. The move also comes as Germany agrees to requests from Poland and other European allies to allow the deployment of German-made tanks to Ukraine. CNN's Isabel Rosales is in Washington with the latest.
In a remarkable shift.
This is about freedom. Freedom for Ukraine. Freedom everywhere.
President Joe Biden announcing the deployment of 31 M1 Abrams tanks to Ukraine, a marked increase in U.S. support for Ukraine following Russia's invasion.
These tanks are further evidence of our enduring, unflagging commitment to Ukraine and our confidence in the skill of the Ukrainian forces.
Biden also insisting the enhanced support is not an escalation against Moscow. Senior administration officials say it could take months, if not longer, for the sophisticated but maintenance-heavy vehicles to make it to the battlefield. But the announcement comes in tandem with Germany's agreement to permit the dispatch of its Leopard 2 tanks, which could be on the front lines in 3 months.
The United States has worked in lockstep with our allies and partners around the world to make sure the Ukrainian people are in the strongest possible position to defend their nation.
The timing is critical as Ukraine prepares for a likely Russian escalation of hostilities in the spring. The new cache of ground weaponry also signals a shift in Ukraine's posture from defense to recapturing territory lost to Russia. As the one-year anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine approaches, Western allies displaying firm commitment to fighting back.
If President Putin wins, it's a tragedy for the Ukrainians, but it's also dangerous for us, because the message then is that when authoritarian leaders use military power, they get what they want, and then the world becomes even more dangerous and we more vulnerable.
In Washington, I'm Isabel Rosales.
Coming up next, find out why teachers in some Rockbridge County public schools are celebrating a new and a very large piece of technology after winter break.
Tired of the winter temperatures? Well, I'm Sarah Allen, and I've got some good news in my forecast coming up.
And help may be on the way for Glasgow's fire rescue crews. Find out what plan was approved to help decrease response times. Welcome back to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Bree Hatch.
And I'm Vivek Kumar.
Lexington City Manager Jim Hallis released a request on Tuesday soliciting proposals to develop land near the Maury River Middle School. Contractors can submit proposals for developing the property. City Council will review the proposals and ultimately make a selection. Council member Leslie Strawn says the goal is to attract development that would generate taxes for the city. Hallis set a March 17th deadline for proposals. The Rockbridge County Board of Supervisors just created a new 24-hour EMS crew. The 3-person squad will help cover for Glasgow Rescue and any other town or city that needs help. Emma Mansfield reports.
In Glasgow, the EMS crew has struggled for the past several months to respond quickly to emergency calls, but help may be on the way.
You're talking about life and death sometimes, and nobody wants to be waiting for the rescue squad. Even if it's getting there in 10 or 15 minutes, that probably seems like an eternity.
The Rockbridge County Board of Supervisors on Monday approved a proposal to add a 3-person crew to assist current EMS personnel in providing 24-hour coverage. The new crew will help handle second calls and what officials call failure to response, particularly in Glasgow. The addition of the crew will also ease the burden on Lexington and other neighboring stations that have stepped in to help. The county plans to hire the new crew by March 1st.
We used to have departments around here have a waiting list for people that wants to volunteer, right? That's really no longer a thing.
Glasgow's life-saving and first aid crew has a full-time staff during the day. At night, the squad relies completely on volunteers to respond from home, and that's created a problem.
There was a 2-hour window that it was kind of just left up to whoever was available.
In Rockbridge County, fire officials define a failure to respond as a wait time of 16 minutes. In November, Glasgow Rescue's failure to respond rate hit 69%.
It can be a nightmarish situation sometimes, and you'll have response times that are like 30, 40 minutes for major emergencies.
Glasgow Rescue turns to Lexington or Buena Vista for help when it's overwhelmed. The next closest station, if available, is then dispatched to respond. Buena Vista has also had problems responding to calls. Lexington city officials have talked about billing VV for providing the extra services.
It stretches our resources pretty thin, with only 5 career guys and everything else staffed by volunteers.
The county expects to train and equip the new crew members so they are ready to go by April 1st. EMS personnel pulling 24-hour duty will work from Carrs Creek during the day. At night, they will be anchored at the Rockbridge Regional 911 Center in Buena Vista.
Rockbridge County public school students and teachers are getting in touch with learning. The school district is installing 75-inch screens designed to create an interactive learning experience in the classroom. The new technology could be a game changer. Christian Bassnight has the story.
At 3 schools in Rockbridge County, a large, flat, mobile screen has replaced in-class projectors mounted to classroom ceilings. Soon, every classroom in the county will have new line interactive touch panels equipped with innovative tech.
The projectors that we have presently installed are getting older. So these interactive boards were bought and purchased to kind of help collaboration and technology enhance lessons.
Maury River Middle and Natural Bridge Elementary Schools had new line panels installed in their classrooms last summer. Mountain View Elementary got its delivery over winter break. The project cost about $500,000, which came primarily from federal and state grants.
I think we're holding our own as far as technology programs available.
Carlin Saunders teaches 5th grade at Mountain View. She says the boards have grabbed students' attention.
They really are more engaged, so it makes it really quick and adaptable for me, as well as them being just as part of the lesson as I am.
The panels are mounted on movable stands that enable teachers to lecture from different areas of the classroom. Bennett says 3 county employees coach teachers how to use the new panels.
They're pushing them to integrate these boards just as if they would their projectors and their computers.
And I can pull just like a computer, and then it gives me Google.
The technology benefits all students in ways that even a smart board doesn't.
We've even seen students with disabilities really gain some more progress.
Central and Fairfield elementary schools will receive their interactive panels this summer. Rockbridge County High will wait until the renovation of the Floyd S.K. Technical Education Center. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Christian Bassnight.
Another day, another big winter storm. This one is battering the Northeast.
And your table is waiting. Find out how the community table is expanding its services.
And see how a mischievous animal left fun surprises on a Colorado wildlife camera. Welcome back to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Bree Hatch.
And I'm Vivek Kumar.
Local family-owned dairy farms have developed new ways to expand their markets in an industry that keeps getting smaller. Ryan Raich reports.
Dairy farming used to dominate Rockbridge County. 50 years ago, there were over 40 local dairy farms. 25 years later, the number was 9. Today, it's home to just 4 dairy farms. Mountain View Farm Products in Fairfield is one of them. The farm diversified to survive and offers raw milk, aged cheeses, as well as traditionally pasteurized products.
We found that we needed to do something to add value to the milk in order to be a sustainable dairy.
The COVID-19 pandemic wrecked many businesses, but not Mountain View. During the pandemic, supermarkets like Walmart and Kroger were not picking up products from local farms to sell in their stores. In response, Yuji and her family bypassed the large distributors and opted for a direct-to-consumer approach.
We did a tremendous amount of business. In fact, I hired 2 other people full-time.
Rock Bottom Dairy in Rockbridge Baths embraces modern technology. It relies on automated robotic milking machines that eliminate all human labor. Owners Robert and Stephanie Whipple have owned Rock Bottom since 2009. They say they've experienced significant growth in their business since they went high-tech 5 years ago, earning nearly $400,000 in annual gross revenue. For the Whipples, it's about being the lowest cost producer.
Adopting this technology has really increased our production. We're getting we're way more efficient, getting more milk out of the cows, and it's really cut down on our labor expense.
Yuji says a booming business is great, especially because hers is a family affair.
My children have all joined in. My daughter and I milk together once a day, and it was nice just having the family here.
Mountain View's challenge going forward is to continue to maintain its position in the niche markets of the Mid-Atlantic and East Coast. As for Rock Bottom, the Whipples must remain cost competitive to compete with larger dairy companies that operate on more productive farmland. With the Rockbridge Report, I'm Ryan Raich.
A third round of heavy snow slammed into inland Maine last night. Severe weather is expected to continue moving across the Northeast this week as heavy snow spreads into New England. Snow, sleet, and freezing rain will affect travel throughout the area. But in Lexington, the weather is actually going to warm up. Sarah, can you tell us more?
Yeah, that's right, Bree. We definitely do not have to worry about any snowstorms coming our way. Let's actually take a live look of Buena Vista, and the sun is trying to creep through after quite the rainy day we had yesterday. Let's take a look at the current conditions. Our current high right now is 43 degrees with a low of 24. The barometric pressure is at 29.86 inches. We are definitely seeing some wind this evening at 12 miles per hour, and the humidity is at 44%. Now looking at the radar, we don't have much going on in the area, but we do have some winter weather out west that is leaving our temperatures nice and chilly for tonight. Now locally here we have Roanoke at 45 degrees and cloudy, Covington at a brisk 31 degrees and cloudy, Lexington and Buena Vista both at 42 degrees and cloudy, Stanton at 41 degrees and partly sunny, Charlottesville over to the east is a little warmer at 48 degrees and partly sunny, and Lynchburg down south is at 46 degrees and cloudy. Now for the 5-day forecast, we're going to finally see some sun tomorrow with a high of 41 and low of 24. Saturday, the temperatures will climb up to 50 degrees with a low of 28. Sunday, unfortunately, the clouds are here to stay for the beginning of next week with a high of 48 and low of 34. Monday, the high will be 53 with a low of 33. And Tuesday, a high of 49 and 36. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. The leaders of Community Table in Lexington are exploring plans to reach and serve more needy residents. The nonprofit organization has offered 3 meals a week to anyone who wants or needs fresh, hot food since 2012. Volunteer coordinator Erica Turman said the Community Tables board reached an agreement with the Rockbridge Area Transportation System late last year. RATS would provide transportation for residents of Buena Vista and Goshen to Community Tables dining room on Spotswood Drive. Turman said she expects the plan to go into effect in the coming months. A diva bear struck a pose in Colorado. See the fun surprises the animal left for wildlife lovers.
And stick around, we have the latest scores for your favorite local teams.
Welcome back once again to the Rockbridge Report. Mackenzie, I heard a famous WNL alum is heading abroad.
Can you tell us more about that story?
Absolutely. We have breaking news tonight. 4-time All-Old Dominion Athletic Conference honoree and WNL's record holder for career rushing yards is headed to Germany. The Paderborn Dolphins announced the signing of Joshua Brees hours ago. Brees led the Generals to 2 conference championships and will be the Dolphins' newest running back in April. WNL women's basketball walloped Randolph College in a decisive 81-52 win Tuesday night. I had the chance to speak with 2 star players after the game. I'm joined here by Mary Slicener and Hannah Malik. Mary, it is your first season here. You have been named Conference Player of the Week twice and D3Hoops.com's Team of the Week, first person in program history ever to do so. Can you tell me what sort of impact has your teammates and this coaching staff had on you in your first season here?
Yeah, I mean, from literally the first preseason workout, they have welcomed me with open arms this entire time, and I'm so thankful to have such an amazing team that I'm surrounded by every single day after I finish up school, and I have so many amazing leaders to look up to, whether they're the senior leaders like Catherine I look up to, or juniors like Hannah, and even sophomores, everybody, and I can learn from everybody on the team, including the freshmen. So just to be surrounded with such great just teammates all of the time, I feel like there's always something to learn, and I'm super thankful to be a part of it.
And Hannah, you are in your 3rd year here. You've experienced a lot of games like this. How's the mentality change when you are ahead by almost 30 points for almost a full quarter?
Yeah, like in the beginning of the game, we really just came in with the idea that we weren't going to win this game, but we were going to dominate this game. We know we have so much talent on the team that we know if we come out and play our own basketball, that we can dominate anybody that we're up against. And then when you're just up 30, it's just, about having fun, just having that energy on the court, and just really showing others that, we know we're good, we know we have the talent, and just, sending that message throughout the league. They beat us last year. It was one of our 2 conference losses, so we always talk about group hate, and we definitely had it today.
The women's team will be back on the road Saturday to battle Ferrum College. Last night, WNL's men's basketball team won an 87-82 nail-biter against Bridgewater College Eagles. Those in the crowd may have spotted Perry McClure's 2021 state champion, Will Dunlap, playing for the Bridgewater Eagles. Dunlap made a 3-pointer during the showdown. The Generals will look to extend their 6-game win streak on the road against Randolph College next Wednesday. The VMI Cadets male basketball squad suited up to take on UNC Greensboro last night. The team unfortunately extended an 11-game losing streak in a 50-62 loss. The VMI Rifle Squad opened its spring season against Morehead State last Saturday. The co-ed team took home 2nd place and will be back in action this Saturday. The VMI women's swimming and diving team brought home a victory Saturday against Emory and Henry College and fell to UNC Asheville in a double-duel meet Saturday. The Fighting Blues boys basketball team took on Covington Tuesday night at home and secured a 67-56 win. Perry McClure's girls basketball team played Covington on Tuesday as well and blasted the Cougars in a decisive 61-29 win. And that's all for sports. Back to you, Bree.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Sometimes it takes a while to strike the perfect selfie. A bear in Colorado bared all about 400 times on a trail camera. CNN's Jeannie Most takes a look at all the pictures.
Might as well just grin and bear it. The bear selfie has arrived, with one bear in Boulder, Colorado, seemingly taking his cue from Madonna. Normally, the City of Boulder Open Space and Mountain Parks trail cams capture bears scratching or eating or giving viewers a rear view, but sometimes the bears investigate the cameras. And out of 580 images captured by one trail cam,
about 400 were bear selfies. So obviously the bear was looking for, the right angle.
Full-on frontal side profile. This one is giving me Lolita, noted one viewer.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
We don't even know if this bear is a girl or a boy.
I can't say for sure.
It didn't take that.
That's exactly, yeah.
And just like with human selfies, there were rejects, a paw instead of a face. Wildlife experts never know which critters will trigger their motion-activated cameras. Be it a wild turkey, a prairie dog, a leaping fox, or a howling coyote. And now we're howling over 400 bear selfies, playing an actress trying to come out of hibernation.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Maybe not that close-up. And quit baring your tongue. Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
And that's all for the Rockbridge Report. See you next week.